The satellite solution is giving a platform where the farmers, financiers, the government can be able to work together.
You're right.
Because
You're right.
one thing that has held us back oftentimes or hold us back many times is a lack of trust between these parties.
So
So
they can be able to check the historical data of this farm to assess even the suitability of the crop.
all right. Hello, everybody. The Flying Farmer here. I'm actually having a series with founders like myself or innovators like myself who are actually doing some important and amazing innovative work in the technology in the agricultural space. And as you know, the Flying Farmer is passionate about raising the next generation of tech inclined and digitally savvy farmers and agricultural professionals, who will not just be trend observers, but who will become players, influencers, and enablers, of precision agriculture, digital agriculture technologies in Africa, most especially. So yeah, right today I am with Musa. Musa is the founder of Radar360, and in addition to that, Musa is a colleague on the board of the African Association for Precision Agriculture, and he is the East Africa representative. I'm from West Africa, and I also represent the West Africa on the board of AAP, that's the African Association for Precision Agriculture. So you can see West meeting the East, or whatever you want to call it. And right here at their office space in Tanzania, and I want to engage Musa, in questions, to share with us. So, Musa, how how did you get about? Tell us about yourself, and how did you get about, starting out RadarSpace, Radar 360, particularly as a company, and RadarSpace as a solution. How did you get started? What initiated this? Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Femi, and I'm happy and I'm glad for having you here in Dar es Salaam. My name is Musa Mishamo. I'm CEO and the founder of Radar360. My story comes from far. I actually, when I was young, I wanted to be an aerospace engineer.
Uh-huh.
And luckily in Tanzania, we didn't have a course for aerospace engineering. I ended up studying agricultural engineering, and so lucky enough, I'm currently using aerospace space technology, combining with agricultural engineering, what I studied in the university, to sell farmers. So after my graduation, I served I worked for one of American company in geospatial technologies for farmers, serving Eastern Africa and Western Africa.
Yeah.
That's where I saw the gap of using geospatial technology for serving farmers and improving precision agriculture in the continent. And that's how I saw that gap. And in 2022, I started RadarSpace 60, showing that gap. Okay, we can use special technologies and space technologies to improve precision farming in Africa. Yeah, that's how we started.
Okay, awesome. So let's delve into, before we delve into that, I want to make a comment that really good to know that you are also an agricultural engineer who is leveraging aerospace or space technology in solving agricultural problem. And now let's delve into the problem and let's dive into the solution to which you provide. What does RadarSpace offer? What are the insights, from satellite data or technology that you offer in the agricultural sector? Yeah.
Our solution is called RadarSpace. Is using AI and satellite data for monitoring of crops and monitoring farmers from planting to harvesting. So within our platform, we solve different challenges. One of the challenges that is facing African farmers is excessive use of input. You find most of the farmers, they do uniform application of input. So they apply input even where is not required. We know the cost of fertilizer is increasing from time to time, but you find farmers, they do uniform rate of application without seeing the requirement of the crop.
Or even testing the soil or whatever.
Even testing the soil, yeah, exactly. So we are using RadarSpace. Farmer, they can be able to identify the high potential areas, low potential, and the intermediate potential in case in terms of performance, where which area is performing well, which area is performing poor, and they can concentrate using their resources to the area that is performing poor using satellite image. So we provide the analysis that can show this place is not performing well and this is performing poor. You have to put more rate here, and that's what we call precision agriculture. Applying the right amount of input at the right place.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. This is really fantastic because this is a precision agriculture solution, and at AAPA, one of our mission is to put precision agriculture into action in Africa. So we do not just read about precision agriculture, or we, as a Gen Z will put it to say, we farms precision agriculture. You're like, precision agriculture, but it has to be in action. We have to see the impact. It has to save us some money. It has to help us improve our yield. It has to make our agriculture sustainable, right? And even with the just concluded Africa Conference on Sustainable Agricultural Mechanization, we still talked about precision agriculture,
Exactly.
right? How precision application, precision tillage, understanding all of this, and so that we can be able to conserve resources. Now, my question would be, then, how has been the adoption? Like, who are your users, right? And how has been the adoption? And if you could also touch about some of the misconceptions that people might have, based on satellite analytics that you provide.
Yeah. First of all, most of the people they previously, I can say, they had this perception that when you're talking about space, you mean complex stuffs like satellite, big rockets. But space can solve the problem down here in agriculture by turning the satellite data into simple data that can be consumed by users. So most of our users are coming from small scale, medium scale, and large scale. You'll ask me how small scale they are using this technology. So you find financial institutions such as bank and insurance companies, they want to track the farm's size and farm's location of these farmers. And when they can be able to track the farm size and location, they can be able to fund the operations from planting to harvest. About input,
it gives them some level of certainty about what comes out.
Exactly. They want to fund fertilizer. They want to fund the seed. They want to fund the operation mechanization. But they have to track the progress of the farm. So using satellite data, they can be able now to check the satellite image of any day and see how the farm is performing. To check the crop health, if there is challenge with crop water stress, to be able to advise the farmers maybe to do irrigation, to check the level during planting, germination, maybe to do gap feeding, or to do to do replanting. So all these kind of operations, there are traceabilities needed by financial institutions, insurance, and banks to be able to
keep
see
certainty low.
Exactly.
Because I also, not to cut you, I also know that I will assume that they could also use the historical data from the satellite image of a particular farm
Exactly.
to know what has been the past record of how this farmer manages.
So they can be able to check the historical data of this farm and be able to assess even the suitability of the crop. Is this crop suitable to be grown here? Is this soil suitable to grow this kind of crops? So with that level of confidence, it can give them the level of confidence and see, okay, these farmers are bankable in terms of loans or insurance.
This is very, very important because farmers cannot work alone. We need other stakeholders to work with us. But the point is, your solution, the satellite solution, is giving a platform where the farmers, financiers, the government can be able to work together.
You're right.
Because
You're right.
one thing that has held us back oftentimes, or holds us back many times, is a lack of trust between these parties. But when there's a platform that clearly shows the trust, like you say, oh, I'm a good farmer, I have so yield, or like in so past years, or this is what I'm doing. Yeah, I mean, but with data, say in God we trust, but let everybody bring data. We are able to use the satellite imagery or satellite analytics to get the
get
data
the
to
data.
look, to see, to like, okay, what you're saying, I can validate
I
it.
can validate
Oh
it.
yeah, I believe you better now. I know that you can do this, right? So this is very, very important. If you could touch about on the business model that you use, who pays for this, and who pays for this solution, and how can do they benefit or get value? Yeah.
Okay. So our business model is both B2B and B2C.
Okay.
For B2C, we are working directly with commercial large-scale farms that have big plantations, and they are looking to monitor their operations from time to time, get weather forecasting, and monitor their operations and the crop health performance from planting to harvesting. And of course, they have good experts to being able to do that kind of analysis.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other, for B2B, now we have the financial institutions, such as banks and insurance companies, and we have the NGOs who are working with the small scale farmers. So now they are paying to be able to trace the performance of their loans and the performance of the insurance packages. At the same time, for NGOs also, they want to track farmers where they give them fertilizer, seeds. They want to track that performance. If the farmer said, okay, I have planted 5 hectares, is it right 5 hectares? Is it true they have operated fertilizer up to harvesting? And also, we are currently now in negotiation with the Minister of Agriculture now to scale it using the Minister of Agriculture, work with farm cooperatives, the farmer groups, so that they can be able to use these solutions to help the farmers to track the progress. Optimizing fertilizer application and also get the weather alerts. Another thing I wanted to add that we have a lot of climate smart NGOs. They want to de-risk the farming process. So with RadarSpace, they can be able to track the level of drought and be able to track the level of floods by checking the amount of rainfall that is being received in some of the areas and being able to predict okay they're going to be this kind of flooding level happening in this area, and they can de-risk the farmers during the farming process.
Yeah, it's about because it's about taking away the uncertainty, de-risking, providing information that empowers farmers to take informed decisions. I think this is a recurring thing that I'm hearing from you, because what the service you're providing is the service of information, information to different stakeholders, the farmer, information to government, information to other service provider, be it financial service providers, maybe technology or others. Right? Information is key, and as I tell people, we have factors of production, land, labor, capital, and also the entrepreneur. But the entrepreneur or the manager wouldn't manage well without information. You need the sound information of your land, of your crop, of your money, of your resource to be able to do stuff. Very good stuff. Thank you so much, Musa. Maybe I should ask this question to bring the impact home. Can you share with us a practical way? From a story of a farmer on ground where RadarSpace has, maybe one or two ways that have, helped empower them. Can you share that?
Maybe I can give you the impact story from the group of farmers that we are doing validation of impact. One of the farmer in Tanzania, the place called Morogoro, just 200 kilometers from here, Dar es Salaam.
Morogoro. What do they do?
They are growing beans.
Okay.
Beans. Yeah, so growing beans, they had an issues of fertilizer application, and the other issue was the farmer is living in another area, but he want to do remotely monitoring of the farm. So he's sending resources, but he's living in another place called Arusha. So he want to do remote monitoring of the farm in Morogoro. So with RadarSpace now is able to see everything on digital platform, week after week, the progress. When he provide seed, he had to see germination after a few days. When he provide fertilizer, he had to see the progress of crop health after a few days, and also he predict weather on the platform. What is going to happen in the next 7 days? for planning, land
Planning of
preparation,
activities, maybe fertilizer
land preparation,
application or
fertilizer, So he has been ahead of time to be able to by monitoring the farm remotely because of the power of satellite data.
amazing.
And good enough is being able to increase now the yield from around he was harvesting 2 tons per hectare. Now the yield was able to increase up to 5 tons per hectare for his farm. So that is one of the practical use case. In saving as well, I can say he was able to save 45% of fertilizer application.
And we know how much fertilizer is saving these days across the continent. honestly. And let me ask this question. In the next 5 to 10 years, how do you see the marriage between satellite data and AI transforming or bringing transformation into the African agricultural ecosystem? Maybe you can personalize it with RadarSpace, right? What do you see in the next 5 10 years?
5 10 years.
I want you to tell me your widest imagination, like satellite data and AI. This is what I think will be happening, and how the transformation, to cause transformation in Africa.
I can say we are already into it. We have some of the models that are using AI, yield prediction model. In order to predict the yield, we are using machine learning model as well, and the crop classification to be able to classify the kind of crops within the mixed farming system. If the farmer is planting maize, beans at the same time, we are using an AI model to classify what kind of crop with this, what kind of crop with this. And as I see the revolution of AI in the next 5 years, with GeoAI. In GeoAI, we can see a lot of problem now being solved. The issue of pest and disease. We can combine satellite data and AI to solve the issues of pest and disease.
Early detection of disease also.
Early detection of disease, exactly. And we have the issue of providing soil suitability. So we have to do digital soil mapping and using the AI model to predict how will this kind of crop performs here. So even before you bet that I'm going to plant maize here, a combination of AI and satellite data can give you the results that if you plant maize here, you are likely going to harvest this. So we are going to have digital soil mapping that can be combined of soil maps, soil data sets, combining with AI data, AI and satellite images to be able to provide suitability of the crops and of soil.
Thank you so much, Musa. I think this has really been interesting, expository, and insightful, I must say. Thank you so much for what you do and what you're leading at Radar360, with the solution being RadarSpace. This is really amazing, guys. And this is to tell you that the future is not, far off. The future is just right in front of your nose and your eyes. So it is time for you to get engaged, get involved, get into application of how we can use this technology to change the agricultural ecosystem in Africa, to bring about impact. You can hear the story of the farmer in Morogoro, right?
Yeah, Morogoro.
Yeah, you can hear the story, right? And this cannot be possible without somebody like Musa, who has taken the step to leverage the power of satellite technology, to provide this insight, this solution to empower farmers, to empower stakeholders like government, financiers, and all of this. And I believe one way, one at a time, what I am doing, what Musa is doing, what you can do also can change the agri-food system in Africa and also contribute to the global food security, right? This is really amazing. Musa, about what's going to be your parting statement on this call? Yeah.
What I can say, okay, of course, the future is bright, and this is a call for young people because we are the people who can transform generation, who can transform the industries.
Yeah.
What I can say is not a crime for you to dream big. Dream big, get into this kind of technology.
Yeah.
Don't fear about space, don't fear about AI. it doesn't matter in which field did you study. Don't take that background as a prison. You can be expert in any field.
Okay.
You can be expert in precision agriculture. You can be expert in AI. You can be expert in space. And yeah, everything is open, and the opportunities are there waiting for you.
Ooh, I love that. The opportunities are waiting for you. So it is left for you to grab it. So thank you so much. I hope you had a very great time. So thank you so much, Musa. And
Thank you.
I'm wishing you the very, very, very best, in building Radar 360. I know that you're contributing to climate smart agriculture. You're contributing to the food system with technology. And I hope and I believe that we are well rewarded for the effort that we are putting, and prosperity or posterity would smile at us, right, with what you're doing. So thank you so much. Hi guys, the Flying Farmer signing out.